4-3. Yeah, get my badge on.
Oh, that's poor. That's poor.
Hey, just like this film, I recycled from the first one when I did the video about the direct comparisons. So I got my little badge. I put it higher now so you can actually see it because you couldn't see it on the other video.
That's why I've propped myself up so you can see it.
Well, who worked best? Hang on, something's missing. My background. Although this may ruin the illusion. I got Punisher Warzone ready.
Oh yeah.
I got Exterminator. But here we go. This is it. Don't look, anyone, otherwise it'll ruin it.
Do you print these at work?
No. Right. Google tells me I'm live, so let's crack on. So we are doing the second best Star Trek film of all.
Wait, second best after what?
All right, so second film that is the best, I should say. Yes.
What?
We're doing Star Trek Into Darkness. So you gonna watch this one with me, or do you want to watch this one? Which one do we want to watch? Which Khan?
Well, which is the shorter?
Well, it is, yeah. Because I don't want to look at your face for more than 2 hours. This is 108 minutes on the VHS. And this is 127.
There you go. There's your answer. Better. Although I don't mind Into Darkness. Into Darkness is a decent action film.
It is. I don't mind any of the new three.
Yeah, it's not a bad film. I mean, it's ill-conceived in what they've done, but...
Yeah, they should have not messed with Khan.
No, but it's not a bad movie.
No.
It looks good.
So I am watching tonight the widescreen version on this lovely cardboard VHS from a box set, because I was going to use this one, but the damn tape don't play.
Got chewed up.
It's stuck at the beginning, and it's got a bloody security screw, so it's got like a 3-pronged screw to open up to fix it. So I don't have one of those yet. Yeah.
Oh, I used to be
Disney do that, so you can't.
I used to be a dab hand opening up.
What are you doing? I'll send it to you. A nice Screen Legends one. £10. So it's a 15 certificate. What's your Blu-ray? Is it 12?
Yeah, that's
you got to get up. Yeah, so they reduced it to a 12 in the 2000s. So I got this one as well from this box set. So it's got a nice Star Trek 2. And that's it. Oh, no, sorry, tell a lie. I was looking at this and said, oh, it's Star Trek 1. I bought the wrong tape, but it's two films, one tape.
I think I remember that set.
Yeah. What do they? Yeah, there's 5. I think the Generations is on its own on the last one. Right.
Now, is this Star Trek 2 edited for goats? Have you not seen Family Guy?
I'd not say that bit.
Have you not? I don't know if you'll get you won't get a copyright strike for this little
I bet I bloody will. I'll be on your head. Well, we're both will, so it's on your head.
Okay, let's just play this. Where is it?
If it's longer than 10 seconds, I'll be very upset.
We now return to Star Trek The Wrath of Khan, edited for goats.
Can you hear it?
A room for eternity in the center of a dead planet. Buried alive.
This will get copyrighted just by his face.
We'll get copyrighted. What?
Because it's a close-up of his face for too long. I've had that before. Oh, all right. Well, on your head be it. Right. So are you 15 or over?
I hope so. I'm 12 and over.
All right.
So
12.
all right.
Oh, well, yeah. What do we do? Because legally, my version is... Oh, helps if I press play on my little one here. Right. So I've set my red alert. Let's go. So apparently... This opening was filmed in a planetarium, and they just pointed the camera up at the roof, or the ceiling, I should say, and then filmed it. And that there's your opening.
Very effective.
Looks very good. It looks like they spent millions. Now, hands up who's spoken to director Nicholas Meyer about this film.
Thank you, Gareth. I'm eternally grateful for that.
I know, and I will hold you to that forever.
Yes. It was a great opportunity.
Yeah, because you blew me off a midnight run watch party and anything.
Did I blow you off a midnight run, did I? Oh, bad
You were
of me.
busy, to be fair, so I'll let you.
That's
off
right.
that
You
one,
blew me out on the Batman.
It still might happen.
Wait, you still got that poster to your right, I see.
Well, yeah, I know you took mine down within 2 minutes of putting it up. So
No, it goes up again. I have an alternating backdrop.
depending what day you filmed.
Yes.
Now, does Sulu have more than one line in this?
I don't know, actually.
Because he didn't want to come back, and then Shatner got him to come back, but I don't remember what anything he actually does in this.
He doesn't. There's a few cast members. That was one of Michael's problems with it.
Mm.
But then a lot of Star Trek films are like that. You know, there's a lot of characters all throughout them that are pushed into the background.
So yeah, like he's Captain Sulu in the Undiscovered Country, and he saves the day at the end. So
Yes.
that was worth coming back for. So got
Absolutely.
your friend Adrian saying hello. When no man has gone before, I will not have that language on my woke channel.
No, when no man has gone before. This is the thing. It's in reference to mankind. Mankind. One,
Exactly.
you know.
You can't say that now.
No, well, you probably can't. No. What would it be?
Hang on. Let me just cancel that shop mankind on Twitter. There we go. Right. Slasher Fred's here. YouTube, The Final Frontier. These are the voices of video tasties in this mission to review and discuss movies and other stuff. To boldly go what no one has gone before. Yes. Thank you.
Well, at
Slash
least
Fred.
they used the new correct.
Well, even this one changed. Yeah, Leonard Nimoy uses it at the end, doesn't he?
Yes.
And then he uses the updated version. There we go. Oh. Now, people say that this is a fake out at the beginning. Oh, are we having dinner? Oh, I'm sorry.
My wife just brought me in like a little yogurt pot.
Oh, bless.
So yes, I'm going to eat it if that's all right.
Well, I've just missed the bit where it says it's the 23rd century, because the original series, there was no exact date, but people guessed from things they said and done. So they popped it right at the beginning and upset trekkers like you.
What? Don't bother me.
Hey, Russell, with your pink hand waving, guys. And there's the lovely Kirstie Alley. Now, her character is emotional in this for a Vulcan. She says damn in the beginning here. She cries at the end. And she gets shook up in the middle.
Well,
Do you know why?
poor writing.
No, that's when Khan says to Chekhov, I remember you.
Hold on a minute. Chekhov was down in engineering as an amateur. If you go to watch Space Seed and you go to the 24-minute mark, there's a time jump, and in that time jump, that's where Khan met Chekhov.
That is fact. Thank you for putting that for me.
I don't know. I just made that up. Not the ensign bit. I've heard that, but the 24-minute mark.
Well, there,
I just made that up.
there is a gap in time where he has to disappear and run amok around the ship, so it takes a while, I guess.
Well, there you go.
I'm here for the chat. Means a different thing over here. And then, of course, here he is. Michael's
here he is. Here he is, the naysayer.
here. Yeah, sorry, Michael. Sorry for doing this, but yeah, Michael has agreed to come on and do first contact with me, so we'll make up.
Has he really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, brilliant. That's good.
And then we get so. Let's discuss this Kobayashi Maru. Everyone knows it's an unwinnable situation, but everyone has to do it anyway. So, what's the point? You can't study for it or anything. You can only cheat as it probably happens.
I think it's to see how you react in it and what you do.
I think that's the only thing, isn't it?
What your because just because it's no win, it doesn't mean that
And then
There's
half
not a
the cast is killed off.
solution where both sides lose but survive. If that makes sense.
Yeah. And apparently the Klingon ships are just recycled from the beginning of the motion picture. Just put on a TV frame around them.
Yes. Well, can we talk about these fantastic uniforms that they wear?
Is that sarcastic or is that legit?
No, this is the best ever. When have you ever seen a better Star Trek uniform than this?
That is, yeah, they are cool. And
Yeah,
compared to
even
the
used-
pajamas of the first
All
one.
right, apart from them bell bottoms.
Well, the bell bottoms on Captain Kirk always make me laugh. But yeah, it was the director, Nicholas Mayer, that just said, let's make it more naval.
Yeah, and it looks fantastic, and they stuck with it.
Yeah.
And it never looked better. And whenever they've used it, whenever it popped up in Next Generation, things
Yeah.
like that, you know, you went from this to onesies. Come on.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a step back.
Well, yeah, they changed it, and then Next Generation Series 1, they're all in the onesies, aren't they? And then they're always pulling them and touching them. And
Yes.
then
And
they
mini
replaced-
skirts came back, didn't they?
Did they
Or
ever go
something
away?
like that. They were stupid little, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they brought back a few things, didn't they? But yeah, Savick by Christy Alley, even though she's called Mr. Savick, it's just a naval term for a highway officer because they call them Misters. But her character is half Romulan and half Vulcan. That's why she has emotions throughout the film.
I didn't know that.
Well, this is it. Big Steve
There you
from
go.
Movie Chat said, "Why have I got you on? You know nothing about this film. He knows
Who said
everything."
Who said
Big
that?
Steve. Big Steve.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, so he's going to test you if he finds out you're on this zone. He says he doesn't know any of the ships, their classes, or anything.
That's
Hello.
because I'm not a geek.
How many
Back in the
Punisher things
day-
do you own? Hang on, you're
I've
sitting
got
there in a
loads of
legit version of the Starship uniform.
You what?
You're in the uniform of a nerd.
I am, yeah. That's
Now,
right.
apparently, I did not know this, but this room set they're on is only half a set. When it comes and shows the full frame, there's actually a miniature in front of the camera, and then they're standing in the background in a tiny bit of the set. So they had to save a lot of money because the first film had a budget of 44 million, which was more than Star Wars had, and it didn't make a profit as such. But so this one had a budget of started off at 8 million. They saw how well it was doing, and then they gave them 14 million. And they reused a lot of sets and stuff from the first film and the
Yep.
abandoned Trek series. What was that one called?
Forget
Stop
now.
eating. We might talk.
Star Trek. I don't know. It's on the tip of my
I
tongue. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Phase
So,
2.
that's it.
Phase 2, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So if you look at the background here of San Francisco, that's actually a backdrop that was in the Towering Inferno, and then they put a few models in between the window and the background to make it look like a futuristic city.
Oh, clever.
More saving money, and it works because there's a little lift going up the model in the back, and there's flashing lights. So I should have got some Romulan ale. Exactly, Russell. There you go. Evening, Fifth Beetle. How are you? Oh, I was wondering why it was yellow. It's because I changed the color. They put creatures in our brain. Yes, that's something that always bothered me as a child. This is one of the reasons as a 15 back in the day.
What, bothered you as a kid, did it? Affect you?
Yeah. Yeah, things in ears, especially bugs.
What always bothered me, I've got to get this off my chest, not about this film, about Star
Okay.
Trek 5, is the centre of the universe.
Right.
The minute you say something's got a centre to it, then it's got an end. And I can't wrap my head around space ending.
Well, maybe it's like a ripple. See, there's no end to a ripple. It just keeps going.
Does it?
Well, there's wear out eventually, which is what happens to the universe, apparently.
Uh-huh.
But it is true. What's the point of saying the center of the universe when it's not Kirk?
Well, this is it. And also, I think that humans would class our sun as the centre of the universe.
So this is the worst Trek movie. Oh dear. Maybe
Michael's
if
here.
I could reach out the screen and punch him, I would.
Okay, because what this film's doing at the moment is setting up character. It's setting up. It's setting stuff up, Michael. It's taking it time to get to where it needs to be.
Yeah. Kirk's an admiral. It's not what he should be. He should be on the spaceship going around fighting people and bedding ladies of green colour.
Obviously, age is brought into it thematically because we're seeing these characters get older now.
Yeah.
Questioning their place in the universe and in life.
Yeah. So because originally Shatner said he could play young Kirk in this, and then he was talked out of it. So, thinking with makeup and magic effects, he could play the youngest Kirk. But they said no, this is about Kirk growing old, and then he accepted that and did very well at. So this is the Reliant. Now, why are the jets on the Reliant underneath?
That's how the designers wanted it to be.
Or is it so you can tell the difference between the Reliant and the Enterprise in the final fight?
Is that what they've done? Is it?
Yeah. So if they were just two with the same look, you wouldn't know which one's which. But because they flipped it on the Reliant, you can tell which one's which.
Yeah, but the Reliant hasn't got the big section at the bottom or on top.
No, to the uninitiated, it obviously does.
Still a difference. There's a difference in the two.
Subtle. So yeah, originally it was going to be Captain Sulu on the ship, but they didn't want him. Oh, and the space station, whatever it's called,
regular one.
Yep, is an upside down space station from the first film. So there you go.
But what is upside down in space? There we go.
So don't you start.
The ships are just flying upside down.
You just keep that spoon in your mouth so you can't talk.
So I'm nearly done.
All right. Now there was a machine a minute ago in front of. Is it Carol?
Carol Marcus.
Yeah, it's got two red lights flashing back and forward. Apparently, that's a prop from Airplane 2 in the space station.
Okay. In which William Shatner is in.
Yes, he is.
Where he's behind the monitor, but then it's just
it's
door.
around the same year, wasn't it? Yeah, he opens the door and he's. That is a good one. I think that when the first movie came out, a lot of people must have thought it was a sequel to the motion picture. Oh, this movie came out. I think it also a sequel to the episode Space Seed. Yes, it is Space because Harve Bennett. Well, what's his name? Gene Roddenberry was a pain in the ass to the makers of this film because he did so many rewrites and objections to how they were making the first motion picture when they were trying to pander to his whim.
Yeah,
that it cost them double the budget, so they thought we're not having, and it didn't make any money back. So this time they said, sod him, he could be a name-only producer or whatever it is, a creative consultant. He had, and then they got rid of him. So then Harve Bennett was brought in, who did a lot of TV shows back in the day, but he'd never seen Trek. So then he watched all the original series, and then he found out that they could use the Space Seed episode as a continuation if Montalban was up for it, which he was.
Mm-hmm.
Now Montalban, sorry, this is a set where they're being sandblasted with giant fans and sand, which wasn't fun. And apparently I don't think they can breathe in these suits, the actors, so they have to either open them or have a pipe into them.
Things they go for, eh?
I know. Now, people have said that the Genesis thing is rubbish because it's taken them months to find a planet that's barren that doesn't have not a single microbe on it. So they're checking this one out that's got a minor life form on it.
Mm-hmm.
But they're saying, well, what use is it if there is no that many planets they can use it on in the first place?
That's people just picking holes.
It is. It's pointless, isn't it? Now, another thing about this bit, there was supposed to be a child in this scene that pops in at the window, scares Chekhov, and then they see it later, and then there's they cut the scene out where it would have been in, but then they've renamed. It says, "What about the child?" in the later on, but he says, "What about the tricorder?" So they've dubbed it.
You only just got all this stuff today, ain't you? By
Yeah,
three,
and then
yeah.
brain dumps, and then the child was supposed to appear again at the end on the Reliant, just as the Genesis is going to explode. So it's walking towards it and looking at all the fancy lights.
Okay.
But yeah, this is what the internet told me. Hey, Rob, how are you?
And who was the child?
It was allegedly to be Khan's child,
Okay.
but it was never confirmed. Oh, Bill Shatner's from Montreal. Of course, he's a Canuck. Ooh, Russell's met him. Interesting man. That's what a lot of people say about him, isn't it?
Yeah, I met him in
Oh,
95 or 96 at a Star Trek convention in Royal Albert Hall in
nice.
London. Generation. It was either Generations 1 or Generations 2. That was the name of the convention.
Oh, okay. Did I miss a film?
Yeah, the first one was around the time of Generations, Star Trek Generations. It was to do with that. And then they done a second one a year later. I can't remember which one he was at, first or second.
I remember seeing those posters in like film magazines back in the day.
I think it was the first one he was at. It would have made sense because of Star Trek Generations having just.
Yeah, I guess they wanted him flying around to promote it, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Now, another thing, they've been abandoned on this planet for 15 years, and then another planet blew up and they swapped orbits or whatever it was.
They shifted its orbit, yeah.
And then the only things that survived were half his crew and the bugs in the stand.
Yeah, the planet's cockroach. And the planet's cockroaches.
So they're eating them. Oh, and then the cockroaches are eating them to survive. If they're the only life on it.
Okay, what did you think of that yourself?
No, I don't think. I read.
He had a much larger crew when they landed. They've been eating each other.
His wife died, so they ate her. His wife was supposed to be she's a historian in the Space Seed episode, and then she goes off with him in the end. And then she was supposed to be in this as his wife with the kid, but the actress was ill and couldn't walk, so they had to cut her out of it. Just said, yeah, she died. Right. Austin's here, the classic, indeed. So, yes, this is the 41st anniversary. It came out 4th of June, 1982. But if we were celebrating the UK release date, what would we be celebrating? Or when?
I don't know. I told you I didn't do no homework coming into this one. Literally nothing. I thought
Let me get Big Steve on the phone.
I'm going to wing this.
United Kingdom, July 16th. So just 6 weeks later. Not bad. Yes, I am playing the widescreen VHS, which is this one, because my 4x3 is broken. I'll fix it tomorrow.
It's lucky their suits here have got teapot handles on the front, isn't it?
I can't see a reason for them, but yeah, apart from picking someone up.
Yeah.
It is the widescreen VHS. I got 3 versions of the widescreen VHS, only one of the 4x3. Oh, he's got it on Blu-ray. How many box sets are on Blu-ray of this, or is it?
Oh.
Well,
I do have. What do I have? I've got the 4K. Obviously, I'm watching it on that Blu-ray at the moment, not the 4K version. It's on the TV. I do have the steelbook for it, Blu-ray steelbook from the 50th anniversary Star Trek set.
Aha.
I've got all of that set, and they're all still sealed. Actually, never opened them
Oh, nice.
because I got them after I had the box set, so I didn't ever feel a need to be opening them because if I wanted to watch them or watch them elsewhere. How many box set? I don't know. Only a couple, I think.
Yeah, I guess there was 3 on VHS. Every time a new one came out in the 90s, a new film, there'd be a new box set.
That's right. I remember having the red box set, which had all the red cardboard slips inside the cardboard.
Yeah, that was the red ones. And then the silver box had these, and then the other box set just had the standard film on its own.
Mm.
Now, what TV show was Monteblanc in?
Oh, the island thingy one with the little fella.
The island that the fantasies are on.
Fantasy Island.
So yeah, he was doing that. Shatner was doing T.J. Hooker.
That's right.
So Monteblanc never met Shatner, or never. Kirk and Khan never meet in person or talk to each other. The actors never spoke to each other. Monteblanc was brought in for 2 weeks, and then he was doing all his stuff to a script reader, and then apparently you can see it on the making of us. Like he's doing all his full Khan acting, and she's going, yeah, and Kirk's like just reading it in a monotone voice, just reading the and Kirk says, but yeah, they patched it together very well.
Are we going to talk about his fake chest later?
We know that's not his fake chest, though, don't we?
It looks awful.
It does look like a butt.
It does.
But yeah, everyone says he did it for, and he did it by push-ups, and he was in his 60s at this stage. So yeah, these little monsters. So we get to see a giant ear from Chekhov. The prosthetic's giant, and they have a little bit of string pulling the lug along to go into the hole, and it's got, I think it was raspberry jelly on it to make it slimy. So anyone can make them. So Michael says the first Contact uniforms are better. They had issues in the original series with those.
First Contact uniforms aren't better. Oh,
Can't even remember them now.
wait, First Contact, weren't they wearing the DS9? Is that not DS9 uniforms they had in First Contact? I think it was.
Yeah. Shatner's rug speculation. I do think in the HD version, in some scenes, you can see the join. Luckily, I don't have that problem.
Neither do I.
It's real. Look. Yes, I was. I was on Goraphobes earlier. He's up early. I think what makes the original Star Trek movie so great is that it was the movie series that is a spin-off from a very popular movie. Hang on.
I think you mean from the TV, very popular TV series.
Very popular. Well, was it though?
Not when it came out. It was later on, wasn't it?
Yeah. Was it 3 series it made?
3 series. Then you had the animated series, which
Animated
some
series.
people class as the 4th. You had them all voicing it, so why not?
Exactly. What's the problem?
Exactly.
I only saw a few episodes. So yeah, the people don't like the giant ear. It looks fake now. Ooh.
Yeah, but this was 1982.
Exactly. Well, the Thing was 1982. Have you seen The Thing?
Sorry?
Have you seen The Thing?
What, 1982's John Carpenter's The Thing?
Yeah.
Of course I have.
Of course you have. You don't like horror films.
It's a sci-fi film.
That is true. Yeah, they recast Kirstie Alley in Star Trek 3. So yeah, unfortunately, this was her first film role, and then she buggered off.
Yeah, she didn't want to be typecast.
And then, because
she said cheers and then left.
I see what you did there. But yeah, she did this. The other actress did 3. But for this, the director did want, what's Lassie from Porky's called? Kim Cattrall. But then he got her for
6.
part 6. But then she didn't want to be the third Savick, so they renamed her. And there's the falling guy from the first film. Oh, I'm behind. So yeah, a few recycled shots here of the Enterprise.
Blimey, you're way ahead of me. Yours is moving much faster.
Hang on, I'll pause it.
No. Keep it going.
Okay.
I'll just shuttle search forward. Falling guy's only just appeared on the screen.
Oh yeah, stupid VHS.
No, that's all right. Keep the VHS going. It means I'll go better.
All right, even in Doctor Impossible. Yeah, as soon as this shows off, the better. Right. Oh, hello, Echo. Hello, Doctor Impossible. I knew she was part Romulan, and I don't like this movie. You can. Don't like is a strong word for this movie. Might have to put him in timeout.
How can you not like the movie?
Yeah, I can understand. Oh, you can have issues with it, but not like it. I was trying to think earlier how I first saw this. I was thinking I saw 4 in the cinemas. I've seen 3, but I'm trying to think of dates because 4 was 86, 87?
87, I think.
Yeah, so I must have. This would have been on TV in 85 for the premiere. So I wonder if it's then I saw it, and then the same with 3 the year after. Because I don't remember renting them.
I think 4 would have been my first cinema trip to Star Trek.
Yeah.
And the others would have just been watched. Don't know. My brother's probably had them on pirate or something at one point.
Now, yeah, they've got a shitload of cadets. Or why aren't they? I guess they're wearing red collars, so it gives you a hint of what's going to happen.
There is that, yeah. But then everyone's wearing red.
What does Kirk say on the lift on the way up? Because I can't read lips.
He says later.
Right. Thank you.
I'm not there yet, but that's what he says. Sure, that's what he says.
Yeah. And as in all of the original casts, they're the only ship in the quadrant in every film.
Yeah.
Because space is so big. But the Reliant is technically closer. But no one mentions that. So
Stop picking at it.
I can pick holes in it. Well, people
You're
can
feeding into Michael's.
Oh, wait till we get into First Contact then.
Yeah,
That's
wait. Holes in that.
Not just the greatest Trek film ever made, but the greatest film ever made. There you go, Guardians. On the you might be a bit biased. I see a bit of a starship in his thumbnail, but yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Take her out, Mr. Savick. Isa. Computer, take us out. Now, the director
very similar scene to this at the start of Star Trek 6, actually, when Kim Cattrall's character is asked to take the ship out.
That is true. Oh, what's this zooming in? Now, apparently, was it ILM did the effects in this one?
Yep.
And apparently, they reused the model of the Enterprise from the first film, but because what is it in the one of the old film on motion picture used a black background to film the Enterprise on. ILM used a blue screen, and of course, the spaceship was very shiny, reflected a lot of blue light, so they had to blow it down with dust and a matte finish because they didn't have time to paint the whole thing. So they had to. So as it gets more battle damaged, it gets darker apparently. Oh, hang on, and then we've got the great James Horner's theme because
that's right.
He was an unknown 28-year-old.
That's right. What had he done? Battle Beyond the Stars.
That's it.
Very good theme tune to that. Very. A lot of his music is very reminiscent to one another. I mean, you can hear It's better in Titanic. In Titanic, you can hear a lot of Star Trek 2. If you listen to the theme tunes, it's very, very similar. And, you know, the opening theme of this that you had during the credits is not too dissimilar from Battle Beyond the Stars either.
Yeah, I think he was told to keep it similar to the old series and the original film, but make it your own, which he certainly did, because then they used it for the Next Generation's opening titles, didn't they?
Yeah, for the what? Next Generation?
What's that opening titles? What's that music from?
That's from Star Trek 1.
That is Star Trek 1. I knew it was one of them.
Yeah. Obviously, James Horner went on to do things like Aliens as well.
Cameron's right-hand man.
Andy Park, he's dead now, isn't he?
Yeah, unfortunately. I believe so. Harv Bennett, yes, there he is. The man who saved the Star Trek films. He wasn't even a fan of the TV show. But sometimes that's what's needed. Because, Gene Roddenberry took too much control. And did... Because, he was asked... He had a script for a sequel. I think it had time travel and all sorts of stuff in it. But they just said no. And then they had about 3 or 4 other scripts they'd written, but they weren't up to scratch. And then they brought in Nicholas Meyer, and then he said, let's pick all the best bits and of all those scripts and make it one. And he did. And then he said, make it more naval, like Hornblower, and they did. And that's what works. Ricky's promo video. That was slander. I'm going to sue Ricky for that. Oh, Michael's asleep already. Nothing's happened in 33 minutes, he thinks.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing with First Contact. The minute it opens, it's just like, oh, we've got to give you an action scene. We've got to give you... And then the time travel is so easy in it. It's just... I don't know. It's just, you can just time travel anytime you want.
It does seem like that. You wonder
what they do in
why
that
isn't everyone doing it all the time? Tasks me. Right. Good evening, Admiral Gareth and Captain AJ. Yeah, see, respect.
Steve.
I should have asked AJ to wear a red shirt. But yeah, says Steve. He'll tell us all about the spaceship designs in a minute. That's what the designers wanted to be, yeah.
I will say you can't get better than this design they use in these films. Now, this you know, the Enterprise is, it don't matter what angle that is shot at, it looks fantastic.
It does.
It doesn't matter where you shoot it from. It's not a bad angle on it.
The Reliant is a kit bash of the refit Enterprise. Is that a good bit? Is that good or bad? What makes the old Star Trek series so great? It predicted all our modern technology like the video mobile phone. Yes, it did.
It did indeed.
Yes, that was it. Yeah, people do think Gene Roddenberry, because originally Spock wanted out. He was sick of Spock. Lemoy wanted out. He was sick of Spock. He said, kill me off. And they said, we got this great death in like the first third of this film. And then they leaked it and everyone went crazy. So you can't kill Spock. But then at the time, Nimoy was having so much fun making this, he said, maybe I'll stay on a bit longer. So they faked his death at the beginning to throw people off and then killed him off properly at the end. But then they added a bit on after the post-production with the Remember line to Bones and the tube being on the planet. And then he came back just a year later and directed it himself. Yeah, that is one of the great things about this is Kirk accepting his age, growing up, and realizing he can't always win. That's pretty much the story of the film.
Yeah, and thematically, that's fantastic.
Yeah. I've missed it on the VHS, but hang on, I'm going to pause it because I'm enjoying this. Shatner talking to a screen that... I want
What?
to talk to Steady Command.
Shatner talking to a screen that what? Sorry.
To the doctor on the screen, he's having a conversation, but it's just recording. And it's just he's just giving it his all, full Shatner. Now I was watching this scene where the camera's spinning around the set. I was like, but I don't know how they did it because wasn't this before? No, it was after Steadicam, but there's no track or anything. It's just spinning on something. Now, what is this? This is a scene where Shatner's walking down the corridor, and there's a guy with a. Oh no, it's later on. There's a guy with a vacuum, and apparently he looks at him every time. And then Nicholas Smith said, "Stop looking at him," but he just did it every time. And I guess they just had to give up and leave it in. Slasher Fred and touchscreen computers, yes, especially the Next Generation, wasn't it? Genesis, there we go. Doctor Impossible knows he can say it better than I can. Genesis effect sequence produced by quite a few effect companies. All I know is that the Lauren Carpenter, yes, a computer graphics researcher, was the guy that created the Genesis CGI landscape. Yeah, because they had an idea to just do a basic rock in space slowly changing, and they created that. But then he said, hang on, I got an idea. And then he went off and created this. They were working on it anyway, doing that sort of animation. And this was the first full scene animation in a film of CGI, technically.
Apparently so, yeah.
Yeah, I think my mouse has got more processing power than the computers they were using. So, yeah, not remind you the needs of the many.
So when did you watch it? You watched this last night, did you, in preparation?
Yeah.
Don't you ever just wing it?
What did I wing it on? I have once when I forgot. Well, I forgot about this one. So I had to watch it really late last night. The long stream last night. Then I watched this. But there was something I missed. I can't remember now. Oh, have to leave. The fire alarm is going off in the building. Take care, Russell. I hope you can get back in a minute. Chest of Justice, Ricardo Montalban, yes. You are my superior officer. You are also my friend. I think the computer in the Star Trek movie also inspired the Alexa. Yeah, everyone's been trying to create those things for years, haven't they? And then all of them come along at once with Google and Alexas.
They do indeed.
Jamie's here. She loves this film. I saw it in the theatre with my mom. Was she 82? I would have been 9-ish.
What was I in 82? About 6.
Not far behind then.
Not far behind.
I am. What's this? Khan was the first to extensively use I was going to say Khan himself, but no, it's the film. Electronic images and computer graphics to speed up the production of shots. Plus, ILM won an Oscar for this year. That year. Now, ILM had the computer department. The computer department splintered off. What did they become? What company did they become?
What are you asking me?
Well, I thought you were a film expert. Not
I've
just Star Trek.
I've never claimed to be a film expert. I've never done that.
So I'm AJ. Listen to me. I know stuff.
They splintered off and became Apple.
No, Apple
I
already
don't know.
existed. It was Pixar.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
That's close.
One of the series I used to watch was Kim Possible. In the episodes, Kim, Ron, and the villains find themselves going through TV channels, and Kim finds herself in a Star Trek-like set. And hang on, continues. Ricardo Montalban, who played Khan, also played Senor on Kim Possible. Yeah, I never watched Kim Possible. I remember being on. But...
No, I don't know. I don't know that one.
Oh, just missed Montalban's great speech chasing him around the things. Oh, what's your thoughts on the 4K for this film? I'm guessing you have seen your 4K of this film.
I have not. Hiya, Luke. How you doing? No,
Luke. Sorry about this.
I've not watched it in 4K.
He's watching the Blu-ray upscaled on 4K.
I'm watching just the Blu-ray at the moment because my 4K disc said director's cut, so I weren't sure.
Well, yes, someone needs to make a video on that. A 3 minutes difference. Apparently,
Well, it's to do. A lot of it's to do with. You've seen it, haven't you? You must have seen director's cut.
I don't know if I have.
It's Scotty's nephew.
Yes, I do remember that being something. But yeah. Scotty's nephew is.
Yeah, he walks him in his arms up to the bridge.
Yeah, why does he do that? Why doesn't he take him to the hospital or the doctor's office?
It's dramatic effect. That's why.
Fucker's dead. I'll just take him up.
Yeah, I don't know.
You could have saved him.
Let's just take him up to the bridge and show off his corpse.
What have you done, Kirk? Jerry Goldsmith was too busy with Poltergeist in '82. Thank you, Dr. Impossible. Definitely a soundtrack expert. Invited a young James Honda. There we go. Hard to believe it's people's first roles is Star Trek 2. Because originally this was going to be a TV movie as well because of the upset of the first film. But then they saw how well it was doing. Now, when we say director's cut, I forgot to mention, didn't Nicholas Meyer say it's not his director's cut? It's just a cut they threw together with extra scenes and called it a director's cut.
Yes.
Yes, I thought I was right.
Yes, he did.
And yeah, here we go. Here's the shot so expensive they showed it twice.
Don't get their money's worth. Come on.
It is a good effect. Still holds up. A lifeless space body. Right. The plane boss, the plane. Someone had to say it, and it was Slasher Fred. Did you ever watch Fantasy Island?
I didn't know.
I used to watch episodes, yeah. It's a very weird show. It's like people go there and fantasies happen, but they're all PG fantasies, but
That's not realistic then, is it?
no, it would be just wall-to-wall porn, basically, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't it?
Just one episode. I rewatched some of the first episode series a few months ago or years ago, and there was a guy that was wanted to hunt people, and then it got turned around and came back on him where he got hunted because of something. Yeah, one of those careful what you wish for shows. Yeah, he did look amazing for his age because he was 62, I think, or 61, and Shatner was 52, I think, when this was made. First contact of the grey uniform with the coloured collar. Can we say coloured anymore? I don't know. Benedict Cumberbatch playing Carl still annoys me. Yeah, it was totally pointless. Yeah. They did not need to have him Khan as a character.
No, Cumberbatch was good in that.
He was good.
But it was just to try and redo this film in any way, shape, or form was just stupid. It was just a stupid choice.
Yeah. That I'll agree on. Oh, yes. Hi, Surrender. Rest in power. Oh, got a new picture. Yeah, so who is still in with us from this film? Shatner, Chekhov, Sulu.
Yeah, Nichelle Nichols died recently, didn't she?
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
Bose was first, wasn't he? Oh, Scotty was first. Because he had a heart attack before this film. Because he says, there's a joke where he says, I had a touch of something and I'm better now.
Yeah. Sad to think they'll all be gone soon.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, you've still got the entirety of the cast of Next Generation.
Yeah.
But then you
Which
look
was
at something
nice to
like
see.
Babylon 5, and most of the cast of that's dead.
That's it. Okay, I
A
never
lot
got
of
into
the cast-
Babylon 5.
A lot of, well, not most, but a lot, quite a few members of that cast died young.
Yeah. Mike's here. How does he that? Have you seen this, Mike, or any of the original Star Trek films? He's just watched Roadhouse for the first time this month. Or
That's
this
right.
week.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, he's reviewed that and he enjoyed it, which is good news. This movie came out the same year the underrated comedy series Police Squad did, and 6 years later, Montalban played the bad
was.
guy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, he was a great bad guy. Now, if Kirk had listened to Savick, none of this would have happened. Oh, that's it. Most of Khan's crew are Chippendales dancers, so they just had to look fit for the role. And the poor guy that's his right-hand man, what's his name?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, apparently his name, it's supposed to be the same character as in the Space Seed version. I don't know why, but he's got there was a misspelling on his name, and that was when they were redoing the scripts. So he's not under a different name, but his agent said he wanted to be credited in the opening titles with all the Star Trek cast, and they said no. And then there was some wranglings trying to get him in there, and he ended up being uncredited in the whole film. So he's not listed in the end credits either now because his agent messed up. I'm getting a message, sir. Oh, I can hear da-da-da-da-da-da on your sound.
Oh, what, on mine?
It's all right, I think. There it is. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And then people are being thrown around all over the place. Red alert, red alert. Shields going up. Yeah, you have plenty of time.
See, now the space battle that we get in this is just far superior to anything in First Contact. I don't care.
This reminds me of a conversation we've had before about that, where it's just two ships fighting each other.
Yeah, it's not
100 ships.
Like submarine warfare, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly how it's supposed to be. He was the only one that didn't leave his post. The others ran. Apparently, there was a line that Scotty was about, "Come back, you yellow bastards!" But they cut it out. Scotty wouldn't say that. Oh, even sorry, Michael, you're in the minority tonight. Dr. Impossible says Michael's lost the plot. Michael has to justify a prosecution against Star Trek to the whole case would collapse with a heavy debt to pay. Penalty 20 tons of balls to the front door. I mean, energize it out. I try the. Yeah, I think Scotty knows how to do engineering. I love this bit where he's pointing to the flashing lights on the Enterprise. This is where they hit us. Now, when we get to the final battle, I remember, Spock says he's a 2D thinker. It's because he comes from, it's supposed to be the 90s, isn't it? He came from originally when he was cryogenically frozen.
Yes.
They didn't have 3D chess back then. They only had 2D chess. So, of course, in the original series, they have 3D chess. So,
that's correct. I always wanted one of them chess sets.
I know. I remember seeing them for sale in the 90s. I should pick one up when I had the chance.
Yeah, you used to get them off of, you'd see them in the Sunday magazines. In the
That's the one, yeah.
You could send off.
Once. £20 on postage or something like that. I thought, yeah, I'll get one eventually. It's ironic that the series came out the same year that the classic TV series Cheers did. And of course, years later, Kirstie Alley appeared in that show. Yes. What did she do in between? I don't know how.
I don't know.
Yeah. I guess back then people didn't care about being typecast because Mark Hamill was always associated with Luke. You could never get another job because of Luke Skywalker. So, was it you that mentioned? Damn, what's it called? Not Split Second. The Mark Hamill film from '89. A low budget. No. Must have been a good channel, right? It's a criticism leveled at Horner many times. Just listen to 48 Hours. His scores become a repetitive issue. The two scores are like a Rocketeer and some parts of Krull.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Rocketeer. I can't remember the song. If I saw the film, I'd know the whole thing, but I can't think of how the tunes go. Love a good tune. Oh, here we go. Right, I'm off to start season 2 of the original series. Well, that's the one where Chekhov introduced.
Michael's just reviewed season 1.
How many episodes do they have per season?
I can't remember now off the top of my head.
Hi, Stanton. Good evening. It's ironic that this is a movie and Star Trek First Contact make reference to Moby Dick. Yeah, that's true. And Patrick Stewart did play Ahab in a Moby Dick.
He did indeed.
Thank you. You have 60 seconds, Admiral. I gave you no word.
Herman Melville's Moby Dick.
Which was seen in the Khan's trailer. Or box or whatever it was. At least he doesn't have Genesis.
That's right. It was on the shelf. When you scans along and you see the Botany Bay.
Yes.
Botany Bay belt buckle. That's when... Or whether that buckle thing.
Yeah.
Call me Ishmael.
Is that that's as much as I know of the book as well.
That's the first line.
The first 3 words.
I do have the book. I've got the book upstairs. I have read it. It's very difficult.
Well done, sir.
Very, very difficult read.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Just because of just for the sheer language and descriptive nature of the book is so very hard read to get through.
Yeah, was it Frankenstein's like that? The book. Couldn't get into it. I do love how Kirk has to put his glasses on for this bit.
But yeah, this is what I'm saying. There's more character in that scene than anything in First Contact.
Yeah.
Michael, you still watching? Or did you go the original series?
He got bored of the film, so he went off to watch the original series.
I can understand his right because he's young, right? And films aren't made like this anymore. Films aren't made with character, with build up, with narrative, with story. Films are, they got to throw you into the action from the second they open.
Yeah, because if this was made today, they would have started just as they were having the battle right now.
Yeah,
just before this bit stopped when they defeated, skip back an hour and start again, and then catch up. And you think, oh, is that how it goes? Now, Mr. Spock. So, how does the guy at the other end not know they're arming phasers and that? Our shields are dropping. Raise them! He's awesome. Close up of Kirk's mouth. He could have just taken the Reliant and buggered off to do something in the universe.
Could have done.
But he gets everyone killed.
But this is the Moby Dick of the film, isn't it? This is where
he has to do it. I'm way behind. People in 1910 thought the motion pitch was too slow. Yeah, there's multiple versions of that movie. That is true. I think there's a director's cut and there's the TV cut, isn't there? That's very long.
Yes.
Easily. Exactly. Austin. There is also a director's cut. There we go. And yes, I think the Blu-ray includes the overture, doesn't it? That 3 minutes.
It does, yes.
I don't think the DVD does. Oh, there's a burnt up corpse.
No, which is great because it's great with some bit of music to listen to. I've got no issue with that.
No, it's how they used to do it in the old days. If the film was an epic, I think Jerry Goldsmith's score was virtually carried the sheer weight of the motion picture's bloated story. Yeah, the music is because it was a special effects film. People have claimed, and then got the music that helped it. So I could still think Goldsmith's Spoon the Mushroom was clever. There you go. He never left his post, even while the others. Yeah, this burnt face is another reason it's probably a 15.
Hmm.
The word warp speed. Yay. I think the director's cut includes a close up of him dying rather than a long shot. I think that's one of the differences. And now Kirk's got bloody paw prints all over him. I first saw Trek 6 on HBO in the early 90s. The purple king in blood seemed crazy at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does stand out a bit, but it's still good. I'm watching this on 4K Blu-ray. There you go. Well done, Sean. Hopefully the VHS doesn't throw you out too much. I did see Star Trek 9 and Into Darkness in theaters, and I have Beyond the Blu-ray. I've seen all four from 4 onwards in the cinema.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, this is the one that stopped me going to 3D films. I watched this on 3D. It was so dark, the picture blurry, even
Really?
with it was just terrible to watch.
I never got into 3D.
No, that's what I tried not to go unless it was a proper 3D film, but I think it was the only showing I could get to. I thought, all right, we'll give it a go, because I think I went to see the Avengers before that. And that was the last time, but I saw that 3 times in the cinema because of 3 different people. Now the bloodstain was a lot lower on his tunic earlier, and now it's higher and off to the side. So shoot the continuity girl.
It happened.
Came back for Final Frontier.
Is that? God, let's go with it. Yes, he did. He did, yeah.
I can't keep track of who did the music for which one. In fact, I don't have CD, vinyl, or any of the Star Trek films.
Okay.
The Star Wars one on vinyl. They played Trek 4 quite a bit on cable in the 90s, probably more than most. I think that one was on telly more.
Yeah, because it's. I was saying this to Michael now. It's the most easily accessible to a non-Star Trek audience. It's the 4th one.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why it done
taking the piss in
as
the
well
80s
as it did at the cinema as well.
Yeah. I love that. Take care, Captain. We will. Hey, Luke. Wasn't Carnes played by Ricardo Montalban in The Next Generation? I don't think so. I don't think he can. I don't think he was. I don't think he was even.
No, Khan wasn't in Next Generation.
No, he was in originally in the original series.
Wait, no, 1 sec.
He's gone. Good riddance. Yeah, good. Only taken an hour. I had to rent Star Trek 2 at the local video shop. CSI Video had the cut version, and the picture quality was crap. The tape had been used about 20 times, and tracking. Yeah, back in the day, manual tracking. Well, that's why I was hoping to watch this one, right? Because it's the original full-length version. Because that's why it's a 15. But
I remember CIC Video. Now you mentioned that. Wow.
yeah, I got the first 3 on the Stripey label, which is nice.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to collect those Blu-rays.
What Blu-rays?
The Stripey box sets, like Tremors, Top Gun, and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So they're only about £8 in CX. Comes with a poster and a couple of little cards, which is nice if they're in there.
That's right. Yeah, I've got a couple of them. I've got Crocodile Dundee.
Ooh, I haven't got that one yet. The trouble is, I bought Top Gun again a couple of months ago because I didn't realize. I thought, I don't have that one. I've only got 3 of them. But I couldn't remember which one they were.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yeah, I thought I can take it back for credit. I can just sell it on eBay for the same amount that I did. So
I discovered the other week when filming, I discovered I had 3 copies of Black Swan.
Were they exactly the same copy, or were they at least different?
No, they're exactly the same. Because I'd gone to, they were pickups in Poundland. at the time when I was picking up
Okay.
stuff I didn't have. And then if I've watched the film, I know that I've got it in my mind. But if I haven't,
That
and
is
then
true.
I came to realise that today I've realised that doing some playing around cutting my shelves that I had 2 copies of Casino.
Which one?
Casino.
Oh, Casino. Okay.
Casino
Oh,
on
yeah.
Blu-ray. And it's not like I haven't seen the film. I have seen the film.
Do they
Um,
stick out like a sore thumb when they're exactly the same?
No, because one was down on a different shelf.
Oh, okay.
So it was like,
Oh, you've got that many C's. It's over multiple cells.
well, the sea sort of spilt to elsewhere because there were so many C's. And it's
I got
like,
that.
hold
My
on a minute.
B's have gone into
I'm
C's.
sure Casino was in one of my older videos I've done. When I'm doing my Desert Island discs, I was looking at the next shelf and there was a Casino. So I'm sure that was in the last one. Oh, yeah, bloody hell, it was.
Oh dear.
And that can go in a double pile, but, I can't trade them in because it's not worth it. It's like
No.
10 pence.
Yeah. What is? Yeah. Something that was worth 10, 15 quid a
Yeah.
few years ago when it was new is worthless now.
No, nice. But could they go the way? I mean, you've probably got some VHSs that are worth, that sell for quite a bit. And obviously, there was a point when VHS was deemed to be completely worthless.
Yeah.
So everyone got rid of them.
Many in the landfill.
Potentially, the same thing could happen to DVD, Blu-ray eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, especially with the boutique ones. Limited editions and such. Where did I get to? Come on, wake up, computer. There was an underrated movie called Stay, tuned that there's about this couple going through different TV channels, and the one of the main protagonists. So Star Trek was used as a lot in these channel hopping films.
Stay Tuned. I've never heard of Stay Tuned.
Oh, Stay Tuned, of course. I was
Stay
reading it wrong. Stay Tuned. Yeah, I've seen that. The comedy with man about Three's Company guy.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I remember the Star Trek there. I've seen that. He goes into horrors and stuff like driving over Miss Daisy and stuff like that.
Oh.
My favorite is the Voyage Home. There you go. Bob likes that. That's a good old entertaining one. Damage Report. If we go by the book, like Lieutenant Savick,
Yeah, over the years, I'd even put Star Trek 3 above Voyage Home.
I think so too, because I used to prefer Voyage Home all the time, watch that
Yeah.
all the time, and then Star Trek 3 just doing nothing happens in that one. But now, I can see what happens in that one.
Mm.
A lot of stuff. Oh, Creepshow came in 82, and Ted Danson was in Cheers in that. Was he a name before Cheers?
I don't think he was. Cheers, what made him, isn't it?
Yeah.
More of a household name.
Good evening, Noah, or good afternoon, depending on where you are. Good morning, good night. There are 3 seasons. Oh, that's how far we are, and 2 seasons of the animated show. I remember only watching some of the animated show when it was on.
I do have them on Blu-ray upstairs.
Is it on official Blu-ray?
Yeah. Yeah, I only get bootlegs of stuff I can't get hold of.
Well, I don't know if you can't get Star Trek. I thought, did they clean it up special?
I don't know. I do have Star Trek Continues on bootleg, the fan-made
Fan.
series
Ah,
that follows on from the original series.
nice.
Look, have you never seen them?
No, I've not heard of that.
Oh, Star Trek Continues. It was fan-made, but there's so much gone in. It's like, it's a whole new cast, but the sets, everything, it is like watching the original Star Trek.
Okay.
45 minutes each. I think there's about 13 episodes of it.
How do they get past the lawyers?
Yeah, but there you go.
I guess they call it fan-made or fan-film, don't they? They make no profit.
Yeah, but they're really well done. I mean, it looks like you're watching Star Trek.
Oh, nice. That's it. Bibby Best, who plays Dr. Kalmash, was flipping stunning. I think she was born in Austria but died from cancer back in the 90s. Yeah, she was. You can see why Kirk knocked her up.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the gratuitous nudes, topless. Oh no, she's not in her underwear scene in Into Darkness, isn't it? The lovely
That's
So-
right. Yeah.
that weird people complained about.
Well, it was completely unnecessary.
I thought it was necessary.
Yeah, you would. Shannon Tweed in A Woman Scorned is necessary.
That is more necessary, yes. Fancy a bath now. Man, I need to watch this movie. Got all 4K. I've got all 4K Blu-rays. Yeah, which ones are on 4K?
All of them now.
Are they? Are they?
Yes.
That's expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Only watched motion picture, not seen these films since released on VHS tapes years ago. Bloody hell. I guess films like this and Star Wars and stuff like that aren't on TV anymore, are they?
No. No.
Cute cats, AJ. There were cats on the screen. Oh, no. My allergies.
Thanks, Noah.
Yeah, there's the other Luke. Hello, Luke. How are you both today?
Hey, Luke, you all right?
I was all right until he turned up.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
You
We
need,
can't both be science officers.
you need to stop asking me on.
Actually, yeah, if I had a yellow t-shirt, I would have been captain. So then I can tell you what to do. Make you a red coat, a red shirt. Poor
Oh,
Captain
the
Tourette.
the new Exorcist film.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, it's like they're planning 3 films already. So that's a mistake. Instead of having one story in one film, they thought, right, spread this.
Yeah,
Very
just
big.
focus on making a good film.
You don't have to plan a trilogy. You see how the film goes, then plot the next one.
That's the problem, though. It's all about money.
Yeah.
Money comes. It's not art anymore, is it? It's
Yeah, it's like, well, as people are saying the new Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is good, except it's just two-parter. So then
Oh
you
no,
have-
it's
they've stretched the story.
it's an exceptional film.
I know, but still, does it need to be
No.
2 films?
Yeah,
Hmm?
it gave you. It brought back that Empire Strikes Back. That back. to
Yeah, I
the
guess
part
that's-
2.
that's
Then,
every film is compared to now, isn't it?
you know, Into Spider-Verse 2, Across Spider-Verse is it's either as equal to or better than the first one.
Oh, okay.
And then when you get to that ending of it, you're
Fuck
just
it, spoil it for everyone. Go on.
Oh, but you're just like, yes, come on, where's that next one? I need that next one.
Okay,
They're the best,
it's gonna be.
easily the best Spider-Man films. I don't care, hands down,
Ooh.
easily.
When is it due? Is it going to be 2 years or 3 years, or is it actually 6 months or something like they did with the Matrix and stuff?
I've
like
got
that?
no idea. I don't keep up to date with that sort of stuff anymore.
What's your channel about?
Kittens. Yeah. No, seriously, I just when they come, I ain't got. Life moves so fast. I don't have
Exactly.
to look forward and think, oh, this film's out in 2 years. It'll be out when it's out. And I'll deal with it
Yeah,
then.
that's how I am now. I don't pay any attention to release dates. I think, oh, it's out. I'll go.
Yeah. Life's not like that anymore. When I was younger, it was release dates and all this. Now it's just, oh, is it out next week? Oh, bloody hell. All right.
Yeah. This was a PG in the US. Yes, Americans got away with a lot more. There is a that's why I think it might have been reduced in the cinemas and then 15 on tape. But I think
Because you can pause the tape, you can rewind it.
I'm
There
way
he is,
behind.
It's just
Oh yeah, there's the bug.
has he done his goat bit yet for you? Where are you at?
Yes.
He has done that, yeah.
Yeah, they're just sitting around now, checking on Chekhov. Nah. But yeah, the ear bit was the burnt guy and stuff like that. I think were cut prior to VHS release, and some and the TV versions. After watching these all again, I think 4 to 5 are the weakest. However, I grew up. Yeah, that's how it is now, isn't it? Yeah, thank you. That's
Yeah, Four's. It's still a great film. Don't get me wrong,
Hmm.
but it's a very light film. It's a very, like I said, it was made to be easily accessible to non-Star Trek audience.
And it worked.
Yeah, it did.
Loved it.
It did absolutely. But it's still a great film.
Yeah.
And I used to think 4 was better than 3. You know, I bought into that rhetoric that every
Yes.
Trek film was rubbish. In fact, they're not. 3 is a really strong film with some fantastic thematic elements in it, and really powerful emotional scenes, which the 4th one lacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
The 5th
I
Star
watched
film
one
is-
the other day. Well, a couple of months ago. And I really enjoyed it.
The
Even
first
the
one.
3-minute overture. Yeah, I thought, oh, this
Yeah,
is
the first
great.
one was great. It was a great film. The 5th one is a bad movie. I can't.
That is
I can't
budget to you.
dispute that. I struggled with it. There's some great moments in it, though. There's some good stuff. There's still
that's
good
the
stuff
trouble.
in the film. But it very much reminded me of Insurrection for some reason.
Yeah.
Elements. There's something about it that's just had it mirroring, or Insurrection mirroring that. And I don't know what it was exactly, but
Yeah. I thought, what, 5 was 89, wasn't it? And then, yeah, I saw
yeah,
it
very busy year.
two times in the cinema, that one. But that's because I was.
Because I'd done it as one of my it was one of my Defending the Duds, weren't it? A month or so, 3 weeks back or something.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. Still find it entertaining. But yeah, as a Star Trek film, it doesn't hold up to this one. There you go. Star Trek 2 was PG in the UK. The film is a pre-cert release before the BBFC came in and reclassified it as a 15. Yeah, there you go. The damn BBFC. If you guys watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer in the episode Dirty Girls, when Andrew is telling Faith where he mentions she once fought a Vulcan, and Armin Shimmer, who played Buffy, is
Played Buffy's. It's the teacher, the head teacher.
the
in
principal.
first
Yeah, I remember
Believe.
him now. Yeah, he was. He is good. I like him. What's he doing now? Is CIC video still around? I don't think so.
No.
Well, I guess they were. Well, it's not Warner's. Paramount and Universal. Hang on, let's have a look. Yeah, so.
Yeah, so was Armin Shimmerman in the first season of Buffy, or was he? Because I know that the head teacher
got eaten.
changed.
Yeah, the principal got eaten, didn't it?
Yeah, is that when Armin Shimmerman came into it after?
I think so. I think he came in after. I think it was another
That's
actor.
a series that never got a Blu-ray release.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Armin Shimmerman. There we go. 6 years of Trek. He's in The Hitcher. It says details. Oh,
Well, he recently voiced Quark on. It would have been Star Trek Below Decks.
Ah,
Yeah, they done.
yeah. I only made it halfway through that first season. I kept forgetting to watch it, but I'm way behind now. No nonsense, Principal Snyder. Trek looks superior in widescreen. Yeah, if you're going to watch it, you do need to widescreen it. I was hoping the 4x3 because you do see more of what's happening closer up because I can't get the TV much closer. Yeah, they ended in the early 2000s. Then Paramount and Universal went their separate ways. There you go. And Russell, he came back. Nice to have you back. John Ritter and Pam Dorber. Thank you. Come and knock on our door. Did you ever watch Three's Company?
No.
What was it? It was the American version of Man About the House.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the spin-off George and Mildred, and then I think they had a spin-off from theirs as well, or vice versa. Noah's got to go. Take care, Noah. Thanks for joining us. Although you're probably long on. The Search for Spock is a great film, one of my favorites. See, there you go. See, I think it's definitely one of those. Yeah, what is it? One for Search for Spock, Final Frontier, and then Generations. I guess, isn't it? It would be the odd number ones for the early ones, and then Insurrection.
No, wait. Yes.
No,
Yeah.
Voyage Home. Yeah, Voyage Home, Final
That's
Frontier,
even. What are you
Undiscovered
looking for?
Country.
Odd or even?
Odd.
The odd numbered ones. Motion Picture. Search for Spock. Final Frontier.
Yeah,
Generations.
which is exactly what I just said.
Insurrection. You're drinking too much.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, this is quite a strong cider, yeah. So,
you
but
go.
I was correct. Oh, Spock's been lying. Or what's he say? You lied. I exaggerated.
Yes.
Oh, she was in The Beast Within. That's a weird film. Good practical effects, but
So the bit of music that's playing at the moment during this scene is called Battle in the Mutara Nebula.
which one's that? The one that's on the screen now.
Yeah,
Or
you
just
got a bit
before
of the tune that's playing in the background.
Yeah, I'm a
I've
bit
got the
behind
sound. I do have a Star Trek Astral Symphony CD, which has various pieces of music from all different films. And
Yeah, then it switches to the car music and
and my two favourite pieces of music from this film are Battle in the Mutara Nebula and the Genesis Countdown.
yeah. And where are we? I think what makes the movie such a classic is that no one would have guessed that, spoiler warning, that Spock would die in the 80s. There was no internet. Well, it was released in Variety magazine, and then the global news took it and ran with it. Leaked by possibly Gene Roddenberry, allegedly. He was upset he got no say in this film because he didn't like any of the ideas that were coming up. Hello, Paul. How are you? Would you like Star Trek to remain on the small screen, or are you ready to hit the big screen again? Depends.
Personally, I'm quite happy with the small screen.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be allowed the budget now, would they?
Probably not.
To
Star
make it a
Trek's
big
always
spectacular.
it's a tough one for them, isn't it?
Yeah, because I guess Nemesis killed off the Next Generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone else aged out of the original series.
I mean, the 2009 Chris Pine one done really well.
Yeah.
It just landed at the right time. Again, it was more action, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was on the back of Star Wars. Am I right? No,
Which
Star
one?
Wars come after.
Star Wars, yeah, he did Star Wars after the success
Yeah.
of Star Trek.
It was very action orientated, wasn't it? So
Yeah,
again,
it was more accessible as well, wasn't it?
yes, for general audience.
And then they did Into Darkness, and then they had
But
the
no, I
Fast and
think-
Furious director do the third one.
Yeah, I think on TV. See, just to go back, Chris Pine has it in most of his. No, he actually has it in his contract that he has to ride a motorbike in his films. Yeah, which is why you have him on. I don't know if there's anything. I don't think there is anything in the second one, is there? But in the
I don't
first film, he's on a motorbike at the beginning.
Oh, yes.
In the third one, he's got the motorbike, the dirt bike that he happens to find and
Yeah.
works after a million years. You know.
I have to
Yeah,
look
got a
out for that
motorbike.
now. How did you do it in Dungeons and Dragons then?
He hasn't done.
I only made it 20
Been one of
minutes.
those things, wouldn't it?
I didn't have time to watch the whole thing.
I turned it off. I didn't get. I watched about half hour and switched that off. I couldn't get into it. I couldn't do it. But no, small screen for me.
No, I did not.
Small screen. I think
Yeah.
they found their feet now with Strange New Worlds
Yes.
and Picard season 3.
Yeah, I guess the original series and Next Generation and all that were small screen, and they could still do epic episodes, couldn't they?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely they could.
Yeah. I think so, yeah. Just keep it TV. They probably will do a film version, don't they? And ruin it. But oh yeah, that's the Beast Within. Got a fantastic transformation scene. Full power. Follow him in. Right, I only like the original shows and films. Everything after 6, I don't bother with a nostalgia thing. Maybe I can see that. If you, I'm more likely to watch one of the original series films than I am one of the next generation ones.
Well, I'm a big fan of. I do love Generations.
Do you? I need to rewatch that because I haven't seen it for a while.
Watch it on
Spoilers.
the back of. Watch it on the back of Star Trek V.
Okay.
No, just because where people moan about Kirk's death,
Yeah.
it makes certain sense after stuff that he
Ah.
says in Star Trek V.
Oh, okay.
Certain
Oh
stuff,
yes, I remember now.
yeah, about dying alone.
All right, we'll spoil it then.
Well, so what do you mean spoil it? The films have been out for decades. No one's
There's
seen
young
them.
people.
They're probably-
I'm a young people's channel. Right, kids? Unbelievable thing. Crocodile Dundee was a Fox release, but in fact a Paramount financed production. Paramount had a small office in Sydney and produced a well-known Australian TV series. I did not know that. I remember CBS Fox being all over Crocodile Dundee stuff. Oh, that's the point. Isn't Paramount the second? I'm thinking about it. Huh? You know you're in trouble when a movie starts with part 1 in the title. It doesn't matter, does it? I guess the first film was part 1. This is part 2. Spider-Verse part 2, and then
It's not called part 2, though, is it? Part 1.
no, not yet, is it?
No.
I don't know how they're going to name it, but I guess they did the same with Dune, didn't they? Because you didn't know that was a part 1 until they changed it because earlier versions didn't say part 1. Then they had to quickly update it. Well, there's Sulu. He's saying something. Best guess, Mr. Sulu. Fire when ready, and he bloody misses. Russell Color, yeah, it's awesome. First saw it on Monster Vision in 1993. Yeah, it's a lot later when I saw it. Because I always confuse The Beast Within with The Beast Must Die, which is a werewolf, 70s werewolf film. There's an episode in the series Castle where there was a Star Trek-like behind-the-scenes set, and an actor who played Castle was also in the Star Trek-like series Firefly. Yes, he was.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion.
That's him.
Yeah.
Who should have been in Uncharted. I had to get to the Spider-Man 77 series on bootleg as it's the only way to get it, and I don't think it will ever get official release. Yeah, that's probably right. I used to watch the 70s Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because now that would be Disney, wouldn't it? That would be Disney owned.
Of course it would. Or is it? Is it Spider-Man they own, or is it the stuff made in? Because who owns Spider-Man now?
Sony.
So yeah, that's it. There's a wicked fire effect then where they blast the Enterprise and the corridor explodes and it's all on fire, and then some poor stuntman's on fire and gets thrown against a wall. I hope he got extra money for that. It's radiation. Apparently, Bones was supposed to say, "He's dead, Jim," about Spock, but he thought that would get too much of a laugh.
Yeah.
So Scotty has he's dead already. Just see the Pope's Exorcist. Yeah, I liked the Pope's Exorcist. That was a fun film.
That was really good. I gave that a good review. I think Russell Crowe gave a fantastic performance.
Yeah, I was just thought, it's going to be mildly serious and copy of The Exorcist, but then it just went batshit crazy.
Yeah.
I thought, yes, have some of this.
No, it was a surprise. It was a surprising one.
Yeah. So yeah, Trek 5's budget was it was slashed. They ran out of money before they could end the film, which is unfortunate. It might have been a great film if they had the budget. But what was it? Yeah, so it came out. It's weird because they slashed the budget on a film that came after a big money map.
That's right, yeah.
Which is unusual. They normally pump more money into it. But this one, some people had to sue the makers of this one, I think, because they said it never made a profit, and then obviously it was a big hit, even though it was a smaller budget and didn't make as much as the motion picture, but because of the lower budget, it made more profit. But with Hollywood accounting as it is, they didn't make anything. And then they had to sue to prove that it did. Trek 6 is way better than Trek 5. It's got back on form. Yes, same director as this.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know him?
Who?
As the director, have you met him?
Not personally.
Yet. The Tribbles is a fun episode. Yeah, they bring the Tribbles back every so often, don't they? Well, that was in Into Darkness. That's what gave them saved Kirk, wasn't it?
What, their magic blood?
Yeah.
Blood.
That was, yeah. At least they waited to the next film to bring back the character of Spock. But they thought, no, can't have him.
Well, no, this is it. This is, even back with the bit that tacked on at the end,
Yeah, even that. It's, maybe.
And this is one of the problems with what I have with Star Trek Nemesis is that Data dying, sacrificing himself, fantastic, fine. And then you've got B4, and he's got some Data in him, so you can tell that Data's going to come back. It's just like you haven't got the balls to actually go through with it.
Do it and leave it.
The character's dead. I
do like that bit where Chekhov gets a joystick pop out of his console so he can press the button. That is a highlight of Insurrection when Riker has to fly in the spaceship with a joystick.
Well, at least they're consistent in their design.
It is, yes. Got backup manual controls. It's just a joystick. Where are we? Did like the DS9 episode with the crew from DS9 go back to the original series. Yeah, that was very clever. What was that called?
The Trouble with Tribbles. No, is that the Trouble with Tribbles, or was that the original?
I think it's called The Trouble with Tribbles, but wasn't that the original episode? I can't remember.
I'll try. Is it Tribbles and Tribulations?
That sounds better. But yeah, that was very well made. Especially Dax in her 60s uniform.
Yes, Terry Farrell.
Tricked you, you're a sexist pig.
What?
Objectifying attractive women. How dare you, sir?
Oh, I have order enough.
Hey, Pete, how are you?
Hi, Pete.
The even number of films do seem to be all right. They're the more entertaining ones, maybe.
Yeah, because one is good. One is a decent film now. When you're older, you appreciate it. Two's great, obviously. Three's really good, but it's all subjective anyway, isn't it?
No, it isn't. It's my opinion, and that's right. So.
But like I said, over the years, 3 has creeped above 4 for me. 5 has remained abysmal.
It tried.
It did. It had some good stuff in there, but the minute you go into religion,
you're in trouble.
And they had to keep rewriting it because they were worried about upsetting certain religious groups and all this sort of thing.
I wonder how it plays in the Midwest.
And that's why they said, well, it's an alien pretending to be God. Yes.
Yes. Christopher Lloyd did make a great Klingon.
He was really good. He was really good.
He was an evil bastard, wasn't he? That's just before he made Back to the Future as well. My favourite telly show, especially when you see him in Taxi, when he's the oblivious mechanic.
That's right, yeah.
My favourite telly shows were Lost in Space, Land of the Giants, Time Tunnel, and Twilight Zone when I was a kid. Now, a lot of those I never saw. They went on readily available on RTV or when I was around.
Lost in Space was.
I remember the black and white Lost in Space. I don't remember.
Yeah, on a Sunday afternoon around 1 or 2 o'clock that was on.
Yeah.
I remember that.
You had to be in and watching it at the time.
Yes. Land of the Giants and Time Tunnel. Can't remember ever really seeing them.
I remember them being on in the 90s, like on Channel 4 in the morning, but I couldn't be bothered to watch them.
Twilight Zone was on. I do remember them.
Now, people have said that they could have beamed aboard and beamed Genesis off or putting it in the patent holder, and then it just degraded. Why didn't they do that?
Because the script didn't demand that. That's why.
Are you out of your Vulcan mind? No human can tolerate the radiation. Yeah, I don't know why Scotty's having a nap. I guess it's been a hard day, but remember, perhaps you're right.
And
What is
obviously,
new-
Christopher Lloyd was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest as well.
Oh, he was, yes. Oh, yeah, Daniel Vito. The Vulcan's
Yeah.
Earth pinch. I don't know why Spock's going into radiation chamber. He has to take the gloves. I can see now where it's an added shot because it's a very close-up face, Bones' face and a hand.
Mm.
So you normally know it's a reshot, so they don't have to use any sets or anything. Spock, get out of there! It's already too late, isn't it? So yeah. So in Star Trek 2, it's just a podium with a lid that he takes off and fiddles around with. But then in Star Trek Into Darkness, it's a massive chamber that
Yeah.
he has to kick into position. That looks like the slightest knock would put it on a wonk.
Mm.
And then, yeah, the whole of this podium is wobbling while he's trying to take the lid off here. But it's more dramatic than the one, isn't it? Just sticking his hand in the trilithium crystals. Yeah, Christopher Lloyd was an evil bastard in that, wasn't he?
He was.
You killed my son. I love Undiscovered Country. Even the Peter Pan reference was a fitting end to the Kirk era, yes.
Yes.
Second part of the right on straight until dawn.
Until morning.
Until morning. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I must have been doing
Second started
Pan
right
and Wendy.
straight until morning.
Yeah, trials and tribulations. There you go. Counter punch.
Yeah.
Don't upset Big Steve. He's already upset. You don't know which class this one is. The line is. What is your favorite Star Trek movie? Probably this one.
Yeah, we're watching it.
We got a messed up car now. But now, yeah, sure. Khan's monitors have started working now. The Enterprise is going further away. You can still see them. You know, it was like had to be 12 feet of each other a minute ago. For hate's sake, I spit my last breath at thee. Yeah, you gotta have a great bad guy to have a great film, haven't you? So the good guy has something to do.
Absolutely. And like you said, they don't even meet.
Yeah, yeah, there was supposed to be a sword fight in one of the earlier scripts where they met, but luckily that was cut out.
And their relationship is so good in this. You know, they play off. They're not even on screen together.
Yeah, I don't.
And it works.
There's a couple of shots where Kirk's in the foreground and then he's in the background on a screen, and that's about it, isn't it? That's about as much as you're getting together. And it's still awesome.
Put that lid back on. I think I'm a bit behind you at the moment.
Yeah, I'm a bit behind as well. Because he's just about to find out Spock's chair is empty. Do you like the Next Generation movies? Yeah, I don't mind them. I think, what is it? Like Insurrection is just like a TV movie on the big screen, isn't it?
The only ones I watch is Generations and First Contact.
Yeah, I don't regularly. I watched Nemesis a couple of months ago to give it a chance. It's all right, but an unfair send off.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, hang on, I'm way behind now. Oh, Spock's chair's empty. Oh shit! I just pressed stop. Play, you bastard! Stupid universal remote.
What you done? You rewound?
No, I paused it, thinking I was ahead, but I'm actually not. Oh, and you got this awesome music as Kirk's running, and the planet's reforming. Kirk's sliding down ladders, which is probably what would happen. Oh shit! Still fast forward. Here we go. He's dead already. Very. I guess. Oh, who's that head between his legs? I've never noticed that before.
Who's that? What? Let me
If you watch when they stop him going into, hang on, I'll rewind it, into the radiation chamber, they're holding him, and
Yeah.
Scott's talking to him. There's a, yeah, there it is. You can see some hair.
Oh
There's
yeah,
a
the
top of
geezer
head,
down
and he
below.
gets up
holding
and goes away. Yeah, I've never noticed that before. Scott
Yeah,
gets Spock gets messed up here. Yeah, some good. I love he adjusts his tunic as he
uniform,
stands
yeah.
up. It's good because he's in front of the captain. Such a subtle but lovely touch. And then he bounces off the wall because he's gone blind. Here's an actor for you. Never fear, Smith is here. No more spamming Nightbots on patrol. Too easy. Love Data. Yeah, he was. The trouble is, the actor aged, where the android was not supposed to, and then they had to work around it, didn't they? In the sequels and TV series. Every time.
Yeah, but I can get past that. That stuff doesn't
Yeah.
bother me at all.
Nah, I can get past, but then they had to figure out a way to say why he did. Tom Hardy nearly quick acting after him and says, "Yes, luckily, well, depending on your thoughts, he didn't." Yes, Brent Spiner was in Night Court. You ever watched Night Court?
No, I haven't. No.
No, it was a 80s TV show sitcom with John Larroquette, who's he's in Star Trek 3 as well, I think, and then about a court at night in New York and all the weirdos that come in. But it was quite entertaining. Though. A lot of people had their big start on there. Fireball XL5 started repeats on Talking Picture Channel. I used to watch it in the mornings. Fireball XL5. Yeah, that was I watched that in the old days. And then what was the other? Stingray. I always prefer Stingray over Thunderbirds.
And now Network has gone down. Network,
yes,
company.
Yeah, I should have had them on. I realized they were following me on Instagram. I didn't realize until they posted they were closing. Tom Hardy's Bronson is fantastic. Yeah, that's what brought him back. Admiral, not captain. Come on, guys. Sorry, on my head. He's always captain to me. Hang on. Vigo Van is in the high vis jacket man on BGT. Hang on, what's that? Is that Britain's Got Talent? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, no idea.
Apparently, yeah, I've never noticed this, but Scotty has a finger missing. Or the actor does. And he's killing that poor cat. In the midst of sorrow, the death took place. Yeah, you watched Enterprise, didn't you? I only watched. I could never stand. As soon as it started, I could never stand the fucking music, intro music.
It's been a long road.
Exactly. That's not helping it.
It's been a long time, but my time is finally here.
Country and Western does not belong with Star Trek.
I liked Enterprise. That was a good show.
I wish I'd watched it more now, especially that Vulcan that has showers in the first episode, isn't it?
To pole, yes. Have to rub each other with.
Yeah, that's the only bit I remember. So funny enough.
She's actually. I don't know if she still is. She was going out with Edward Furlong.
Ah, was she?
Yeah, she was in a relationship with Edward Furlong. I don't know if that's still a thing or not, but at one point, I forget her name now. Jolene Blaylock. That's the actress's name.
What people want to know is, has she been in Playboy? Because who was it? We had Next Generation's, what was her name? The blonde lady. They got her fired.
I don't know. What?
Tasha.
Tasha Yar.
Yeah.
Denise Crosby.
That's it. Yeah. She went in, got in Playboy and got sacked because it's a family show.
Thingy was in Playboy. Charisma Carpenter from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, hang on, then I'll be busy later.
You know, I've got the issue. I've got it.
Oh dear.
Not. I mean, you can still read it. You can still open it up. Page by page. Fine.
That's what digital copies are for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, Fantasy Islands has a great series. Yeah, I never. They brought it back as a horror film, which would have worked if they'd done it properly, but they
Yeah, I didn't bother with that film.
kiddie friendly did. Yeah. Good. Oh, Spock's Kirk's glasses. Now Kirk's glasses are broken here, and he can't read. But then earlier in the film, he picks up the Romulan wine and reads the date off it. So,
Well, there you go. You'd think that laser eye surgery would be.
you think? Well, no, it does mention that. Well, this was before they thought of laser eye surgery, but the medicine that they thought that Bones would use, Kirk is allergic to. But yeah, you'd think there'd be something else. Really funny act runs around the stage with a high vis. I have to admit, I never watched ITV in a long time.
I've never watched an episode of Britain's Got Talent.
I've only watched Under Duress because the wife watched it when I was here.
Yeah, I've never got into reality TV ever.
No, I could.
Never seen a whole episode of that. What was the house one?
Big Brother?
That's it.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Never.
Yeah. When that first came out, I thought, oh, fuck this shit.
X Factor. Never.
If you had the Dutch version, at least the ladies walk around.
All that, a lot of that TV came around in the sort of mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Especially, and it became a lot heavier in around 2008 when we had the recession. When you lost shops like Woolworths and things like that on the high street, and those shows became bigger. And did you ever used to watch Sharp with?
Oh yes.
Sean Bain?
Well, I didn't watch it when it came out, but I watched it afterwards, and I loved it.
Later on, they'd done 2 additional Sharp films or mini-series, and it was around that time, or just before, and then they said, ITV said, we're not putting money into any of this sort of stuff anymore. We're going to focus on reality TV because it's just far cheaper to produce.
Yeah.
Because you have no scripts, you have no wardrobe, you have no, you don't have anything, do you? Really, apart from one set,
cameraman and a sound man.
Yeah,
and then a team of editors to make it look interesting.
Yeah, and it really put me off, and I was like, I'm not, and I gave up on that sort of TV at that point.
Yeah, and then we just had Kirk's first hug and only hug with his son. Because I can't remember, what is the between 2 and 3? What's the time span? Is it months?
I don't think it's ever determined, is it?
No, I don't think it's ever mentioned. Just because 3 starts almost straight away, where his son is monitoring the planet, isn't he? Right. Ricardo was in Escape from Planet of the Apes, was he? Did you pick that up recently? Did you? The old set, or one of your videos? Did I see that in?
I have got it. You may have seen it.
I haven't seen the old ones for a while. But yeah, there's like this. Isn't the sequel Charlton Heston's in it for a couple of minutes?
Yes, that's right.
And they advertise it as the sequel with him in it.
Yeah.
the trailer just showed the bits that he's in. I thought Noah had to leave. He's still here. Well, God bless you, Noah, for staying. Kirk can't see. There's the expert. There's the guy I should have had on.
Well, there you go. Next time.
Didn't even bring anything to show off. What are you going to show off from the Punisher Warzone episode?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing? It's Punisher.
I got loads of Punisher stuff to show. I'll find something. Don't worry.
I am worried. So yeah, this bit with the torpedo on the planet was filmed in the Golden Gate National Park in San Francisco after filming and fully wrapped, and was just a quick pickup after to give the fans some hope that Spock had regenerated with a Mark IV torpedo. It landed very nicely and safely. It just seems to have appeared there because there's no like it's fallen from the sky. It's not like it's come shooting through the trees or anything like that.
No.
It's just there. It gently floated down, as torpedoes are known to do. Now, this was a weird shot that I noticed yesterday with the showing the universe and it's spinning. It made me quite dizzy.
Really?
Yeah, I guess this is the planetarium again. I guess it's like the dome ceiling and they're just moving the stars around. But I don't remember this bit before. What are high V's? Well, I'm guessing it's high vis, which is like a yellow, fluorescent yellow top. My top three films of this year. Air, Guardians, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I've only seen one of those, but I can see why Air is number 3 because that was a bloody great film.
It was.
I know it was only about straight white men, but it was very interesting. Oh, I guess there was diverse characters in it as well, but in the background, and then only at the end more than anything.
It was very good. Oh.
Hmm.
But
yeah, I have yet to see Guardians and Spider-Man, but I'm guessing they probably will be. Well, we had so far. I can't even think of anything. I did enjoy Tetris, but that was a straight to TV film, really, wasn't it?
Sisu was very good.
Which one?
Sisu.
Oh yeah, I've got that to watch. So yeah, that'll probably be up on the list. Now, just George Wilbur is in one of the stunt people in this, and of course you know him as
what? George Wilbur.
Yeah.
Oh no! Look, one of the stunt people is Steve Blaylock, the grandfather of Jolene Blaylock, who played, who we just spoke about in T'Pol.
Ah, oh, there you go.
I don't know that. I just made that up, but the name was there, Blaylock.
This is a facts-only stream.
I could still go with it and just sit there. I'm sure people won't go and check.
I'm sure someone is. I have a very good.
So who's this person, George Wilbur?
George Wilbur played Michael Myers in one of the films.
Why would I know that?
I thought you were a film channel.
I don't like Halloween. I'm not a fan of the Halloween movies at all.
It's a film, isn't it?
It's a film in which Shakira in a silly white mask wants to play Peekaboo from Peekaboo Behind the Bush.
So how many Halloween films have you in your collection then?
2.
Is it Six and Ends?
No, it's the very first one.
Right.
And Halloween 2018.
Oh.
Which I didn't mind.
Well, yes, I don't mind that one.
But then they went and ruined it with Halloween Kills and
pretty much. It went
Halloween Ends.
Yeah, went down the hill. So special sound effects were by Alan Howarth, who does music for John Carpenter films, among others. I didn't see many other names apart from George. Well, I guess there's 2 connections to Halloween on there. I think Alan Howarth did Halloween 3 soundtrack. And then we got Industrial Light and Magic, because this was between Empire and Jedi. So, And then you get a lot of special effects listed in the coming up while I catch up with the chat. Oh, there you go. Thank you very much, Noah. You are welcome here every night. I wonder why Knight Rider is on the horror channel. They often do that with some shows that are not horror, as it should be on the sci-fi channel. Yeah, definitely. I guess that is weird. I guess it's rights, doesn't it? Austin's seen Guardians 3, right? No spoilers, although it's hard.
Guardians 3 was good. It was a good film.
Yeah, I guess, but it couldn't. I don't know if it's going to bring Marvel back, and just in time for the Marvels.
I don't think it'll bring Marvel back. It's just a blip. It's a blip because it's James Gunn, isn't it? So
it is James Gunn. He's not taking any bullshit.
It was going to be good, but I don't think it'll see a. I mean, the Marvels doesn't look bad,
Well, we'll see what your review is before I go and see it. You can suffer 2 hours if I don't have to. We've had a pretty good year for films movie this year, haven't we? And good upcoming films I'm anticipated for. Yeah, there's Mission Impossible. The Flash could be good. I'm hoping. At least the second half when Batman appears.
Indiana Jones.
Michael Myers. But yeah.
Indiana Jones.
What's coming up?
What do you think? What are your
I will
thoughts?
not
You
be
gonna-
visiting the cinema for that one.
I am. I'm fed up with all the negative rhetoric from people on it. From people who haven't seen it.
Oh, that does help.
That does, I hate it. I hate, just because some people saw it, gave it a negative, everyone jumps onto this negative bandwagon. And I've said, all right, I'm going to go and see it myself and formulate my own opinion.
That's the best way.
Right, I can't buy into people who've not seen the film telling me, it's rubbish, it's rubbish, it's rubbish. How do you know? You ain't bloody seen it.
But I will let you go and see it before I go and see it. So.
Yeah, but you should make your own opinion on it.
Well, that is true. I will watch it eventually.
I mean, you like that
I will.
film for over your right shoulder. Yeah, cover it up.
The best film of last year. Oh, no, second best. I will put Maverick above it. Just because it's shorter. If I had the energy for a 3-hour stream, I would battle you to the ends of the earth for that.
Well, there you go. You just don't want to lose, but there we go. You don't want to come away thinking, actually, that is not a very good film.
Beam him up. Beam him up. Get him off my channel.
Oh, no, they did do that in these ones. The older
Exactly. I
ones,
tricked you. You're not a fan. I found you out. Have you got any of those toys?
What? Yeah, Matt sent me one.
And
Yeah,
communicators.
Matt sent me one for my birthday. I need to put batteries in it.
Cheapskate, isn't he?
It is. Totally. Weren't working.
Batteries in.
Got to buy my own batteries.
What sort of birthday present is that? You can't play with it straight away.
I know. I'm waiting for the batteries to turn up after. I'm still waiting.
Next birthday, you get the batteries.
Yeah.
Have you watched The Railway Children Return? No, I have not. I thought that existed. I remember it coming out in the cinemas.
Yeah,
I remember Jenny Agutter and Bernard Cribbins were in the first version, but I have it on VHS a couple of times, but that's about it. There you go. Ricardo was in Conquest of the Planet Apes, Part 4. See, I remember the TV show, watching that as a child.
Yeah, I've got that. I've got it on DVD.
Only DVD, is it?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Region 1 import, that was. I think.
Okay. Well, it's been, 2 hours and you haven't mentioned Amazon Germany, so
And I didn't mention the Punisher, you did.
I was going to say I mentioned the Punisher, but yeah, you did.
There you go.
I mentioned it right at the beginning when I brought out the post, didn't I?
And later on, when you said you got
Yes, and later on.
Punisher Warzone. There we go.
Amateur hour, except kills. I need to get that one. I've got all of them. What have I got? Oh, I got them here. Look, there they are. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 4. Someone's been messing with my tapes.
This wasn't Halloween was something I couldn't get into.
Well, you have to be a film lover to get into those films.
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen Fast X2. I'm hoping that'll be entertaining at least. Because I did not
all
like
right.
9. Yeah, I didn't like 9. Hoping it's better than that. Oh, you went to see that, didn't you? You always keep me entertained. Got my notifications on. Always look out for new video. Oh, thank you, Noah. You're my better than having AJ, who's always dissing me.
That's why you keep inviting.
Huh?
That's why you keep inviting me on, because you love it.
Well, yes. What's this about? The 10th time you've been on my channel. What's the record? 10-0 by my count.
Yeah, and I've stopped live streams at the moment.
Just to spite me, I'm sure.
It was like getting down the list, and it was like Gareth. Oh, let's
Time to quit.
Stop with them.
Hang on, I was down that far past all these other people.
Yeah, he was down.
Had on twice or 3 times.
I kept slipping people in above you. There's a new person. We can go above her.
Yeah. I'm obviously far too popular and superior, so
Yeah.
I don't need your boost. Marvel has passed its golden age. It does seem to be true. I don't know if they can come back.
No, it's they can't.
They've lost all the great characters.
They peaked. It's, you only get so far until it's come down.
Yeah, it's like anything. Any film actor or any person or any franchise or any genre, it has a peak and then it drops. And occasionally you get some good ones come back, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like
I'm sure
Western.
there will be decent films come, I'm sure, but it ain't going to be like it was.
No, they can't. They should go lower budget for a start.
They should, yeah.
Because I guess Miss Marvel's is like 200 million because of all the reshoots, or 250 million now, isn't it? Because of all the reshoots, and it's got. I always love your videos, you two. Oh, you two. Oh, all right. I'll allow it. AJ does do good videos, although people say I do a lot, but he's prolific as more than me.
I know. I don't know.
I prefer quality these days over quantity. But...
what? Sorry.
Oh, he's going again. Oh, he's got the Planet box set. I think that's the point. I do have the Planet of the Apes box set on DVD. But I don't have the bloody Star Trek one on DVD. Weird.
There you go.
Always will be subscribed. I'll take you to that. I shall check if you unsubscribe. Right, let's get to the end, and then I'll let this guy go to bed because his yawning's obviously hinting.
I'm up in. What am I? I'm up in 6 hours.
Well, what do you do this for? Let's get you to bed. Right, great stuff, gents. Time to be myself. All right, wife's pug needs a pee. Take care. I don't know why he's got 2 cups of beer on there. Cheers, anyway, Dr. Impossible.
See you later.
Indy 5 is getting a lot of negativity. I don't think it can be. It might be a good film, but I don't think it can be the great film we want.
No, it's you won't. You're talking about 3 films that we grew up on.
Yeah.
That hold a lot of nostalgic value and were made in a completely different era of filmmaking.
Yeah.
I don't expect it to be a great film, but
yeah,
I'm gonna make my own mind. I'll make my own mind up on it. Thank you.
No, you'll have my opinion. I like it. Right. Please, could I have a video tease on you two's next video? What's your video coming up then? What do you got tomorrow?
Who me?
Or in half an hour? Yeah, in half an hour. What have you got coming up? Premiering. 50% chance you won't be there at the premiere.
Nothing. What have I got tomorrow? I've already done it. I've got an opening of a media book that I got from Amazon Germany.
What's wrong with Amazon UK?
Germany's got far better stuff. It's a film from 1971.
Oh, we're playing quizzes, right? Okay.
And it stars Raquel Welch. And it's a Western.
I was going to say, the micro one. A Western, it's not, I don't know. What is it?
Hanny Calder.
Never fucking heard of that.
Oh, well, there you go then. It's got Ernest Borgnine in it as well.
Well, that doesn't narrow it down either. So.
And Christopher Lee stars in it.
Bloody hell. I need to check that out. Christopher Lee in a Western.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Hanny Calder.
What's next on the channel, bud? Thank you, Movie Chats. Well, as I turned up to Movie Chats to stream on Thursday when AJ said, yeah, I'll be there. And he said, no.
No, you didn't want me there.
Well, I didn't, but I wanted to diss you when you appeared. So
I stepped aside for you. No, I had a horrible week at work. Horrible week. Everything went wrong last weekend on a job, and it just rippled into the week.
Well, perhaps you shouldn't be on the job and actually working.
No, I don't go on certain jobs. That's not my part of the job. But
okay.
I get flack for it.
Right, what have I got? I've got Jean-Claude Van Damme continues with, I'm doing ones I got on disc. I've got a comparison between the VHS Freddy's Revenge. Hang on, it's there. There we go. If it's superior to the Blu-ray because it's a darker picture. And I'm not live until Thursday now, but we'll see.
Wow.
Yeah, that's weird. I might entertain myself some other way. The Batman 2 got delayed, that is true, but that's just to make it better.
Oh, did it? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the writer strikes, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's probably affected.
Of course, is that still going? Apart from the first day, I haven't heard anything about that.
No, all I know is that films keep getting knocked.
Yeah. I have a Planet of the Apes box set with 1 hour and a half documentary. All 5 movies. Okay. I need to check which one I've got. The Batman is trash. Well, I'm not going on the movie chats ever again. So there's that. That's happening.
Well,
now.
at least he agrees with me.
Yeah, we know whose favoritism. Can't wait. Oh, yes, I am doing the teen film, 80s teen sex comedies live stream. When is that? With Smut Talk on. Oh, we haven't just got a date yet. Right. Faster X is better than 9. That's good. Nice to know. Harrison Ford has hung up his hat on playing Indiana. Yeah, he should have done that in 89. Halloween 3 is the best one. Yes, I do enjoy Halloween 3. I do love that one. Do you know they're making Beetlejuice 2 with Michael Keaton? Yes. And Jenna Ortega will be shoehorned into that somehow and be the main character.
Mm.
Although, was it Michael Keaton has 8 minutes of screen time in the first one?
He does, yeah. He's very limited.
Michael's Vlogs is here. Hang on. He looks familiar. Old timer, gotta get some sleep. Harrison Ford sold off his Millennium Falcon at the Galaxy Junkyard in 2015. Are you Steve Buscemi? Says John. Which one, me or him? Have I got bogly eyes? Austin, that's cool. Yeah. Russell Collier, I heard about that. Very interesting. It's finally happening. Which one is that? Russell Collier. Beetlejuice 2, yes. Hopefully it'll be good. And not Beetlejuice in Hawaii, which was what they were going for originally. Right. Let's just get this man to bed. Stats, because, he's watching Christmas Carter in bloody Playboy again now. Right.
What? Yeah. Cordelia Chase, she was. Yeah, she done Playboy. Seriously. Gareth's got it.
Well, yeah, there's done Playboy, you see everything. Or there's done Playboy and it's artistic and you don't see anything. Which one is it?
Well, what do you mean, see everything? I mean, Playboy was quite a classy magazine, wasn't it?
It is, all right.
It weren't like,
More frontal, you see.
Yes, yes. She'd done a nude photo shoot for Playboy.
Otherwise, it's like peekaboo behind a shadow or something. But something like that.
No, she done.
Not that I know about such.
She done a full photo shoot for Playboy.
It's Michael. He's back after watching an episode of the original series season 2. So nice to see him again. Now we're wrapping up. Family Matters or Fresh Prince. Oh, on that bombshell. What is it? Because I never saw Family Matters. It never.
I'd have to go Fresh Prince.
Yeah, Fresh Prince I'll have to go to because I don't think I ever saw an episode of Family Matters. There we go. Right. Good night. Get to bed, AJ. And we'll see you